guys, welcome to a special series of 6 minutes. I'm Jason Fulmore, SC Wrestle, and each year the top high school boys, one from each state, is awarded by the National Wrestling Hall of Fame the Dave Schultz Excellence Award. It's based equally on outstanding wrestling success, scholastic achievement, and citizenship and community service. And each year, one is awarded for each state, and our state winners this year are in Alabama, Corey Land of Moody; in Florida, Tom Crook of Tampa Jesuit; in Georgia, Matthew Singleton of Woodward Academy; in North Carolina, in North Carolina, Kyle Monteperto of Cata; in South Carolina, David Hunsberger of Burns; and in Tennessee, Ashton Davis of Cleveland. Now, I'm not 100% sure that everyone knows who Dave Schultz is and the impact that Dave had on wrestling and the wrestling community and why this award is named after him. So I wanted to take a few minutes before the interview to explain who he is and that sort of thing. So Dave won world and Olympic championships in the early 80s, 1983 and 84. He also won silver and bronze medals throughout the 80s, but he was murdered in January of 1996. If you happen to know or have watched Foxcatcher or a number of other documentaries and movies about his life and about the situation with DuPont, you get a sense of kind of what happened in his story. But I think it's really important to talk about what the National Wrestling Hall of Fame has down in their bio about Dave Schultz. So I'm going to kind of read some of this. By his own admission, Dave wasn't, quote unquote, wasn't the greatest athlete in wrestling, but was one of the most intelligent wrestlers in the history of the sport. He once told his mentors, quote, "I cheated. I learned how to wrestle." He is the only American to win the legendary Tbilisi tournament twice. He's won the World Cup 5 times. He's won the Pan American Championships, so on and so forth. His achievements on the mat are outstanding. But Dave Schultz is probably best known for how he was off the mat. And this is how he's described. He was the greatest friend and diplomat across the nation and around the world. He always had time to talk. He always wore a smile. His sportsmanship transcended national boundaries. He learned Russian so that he could communicate with other wrestlers, and he named his son Alexander after a friendly rival from the USSR. So every year we award, or the National Wrestling Hall of Fame awards, the Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award. Congratulations to the 6 winners from our Southeast states. Corey Land also won the award for the entire Southeast, which encompasses 11 states, not just the 6 we're highlighting. And then he also was the first Alabama wrestler ever to win the national award. So congratulations to each of these 6. I hope you enjoy the interview with each of them. It was really a blast to talk to each of them. All right. Here with Tom Crook, Tampa Jesuit High School, Florida, 2022 Dave Schultz Award winner. How's it going, Tom?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. So busy spring, busy early summer?
Yep. Just, same old, a lot of training. Kind of just enjoying my last month here in Tampa before I go off to Virginia Tech.
Yeah. When do you head there?
July. So I head up right after the 4th, and then I'll be there till pretty much we move in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your brother? Is your brother going to be heading at about the same time to Harvard or no?
Yeah, exactly. Same time. He'll leave right after July 4th. He'll be there all of July. And then he starts school a little bit later than me. I think I start like August 17th or something like that. He starts like August 30th, I believe.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you are the Dave Schultz Award winner for the state of Florida, which is huge. I mean, you join a really great list of Floridians who have won the award, and you won it, in front of your brother and Brennan Van Hokie. I mean, a lot of other exceptionally talented seniors within the state of Florida. What does it mean to you to be the award winner?
Yeah, it's I'm just blessed to win it. It's hard to accept awards like this just because there's so much, other people that could have won it and just so many people that go into me winning it. Like I couldn't win it without my coaches at Tampa Jesuit, my teammates, Jack, Sergio, Braden, all those guys easily could have won it. And, I'm just super blessed. I've had a great kind of run at it these 4 years and I'm just super blessed.
Yeah, no, you have, for those that don't know, you were a 4-time Florida State champion. I'm right about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cause Jack tried to tell me he was the 4-timer and I was like, I think, he's messing with me a little bit, which we're going to get to in a second. But you won it 4 times. But this award is not only about your accomplishments on the mat, and we're not talking about just Florida. I mean, your accomplishments on the mat everywhere, nationally and everything else. But it has a lot to do with your academics and your community service and that sort of thing. And I know at Jesuit, you guys do a lot of community service. Can you tell me a little bit about kind of things that you've involved in within the community?
Yeah, for sure. At Jesuit, it's you don't go there to be an athlete. You go there to be a person in the community. They preach a lot about like being a leader in the community. So at my school, you're required to get service hours, but we usually they want you to overshoot and we do it, I work on a sustainable beet farm, right around the corner from me. It's called the Fat Beet Farm, actually.
The Fat Beet Farm.
Yep. It's the best. So I work there in the summers. I actually am working there right now. I've done, service there forever. I've done it for the last 3 summers. It's kind of just it's a lot of blue collar work, but I love it.
Picking beets, is that part of it?
It's called the Fat Beet Farm, but they do everything. They have all types. So I've shoveled cow manure, I've cleaned chicken coops, I've done it all. But I love it. It's a lot of fun. And then there's a lot of service opportunities in Tampa. There's Meals on Wheels, which means you pick up meals and take them to other people. Mm-hmm. My middle school actually has a community or a service project called Matthew 25, where they package and deliver certain amounts of food to kind of shelters and stuff like that. So I've done that for a while. My neighbor actually is one of the leaders in it. So we've always helped her when she needs any type of hands-on stuff. Is there one, I mean, you've got your hands in lots of different things. Is there something that kind of really speaks to you that you really feel passionate about? Is there one more than the other? I would probably say the Matthew 25, just because I went to St. Lawrence, which is right next to Jesuit. I've always kind of been in that community. And a lot of my neighbors, a lot of my friends, growing up, my family's always participated in it. It's been something that we've kind of been able to be part of the growth of. And I've seen it firsthand change a lot of people's lives. And it's honestly changed my life, and just,
That's
seeing
cool.
that. Yeah, seeing the other side of it, I'm super blessed. I've never had to worry where my next meal is coming from. So it's cool to see giving meals to people that, maybe see the opposite end of that.
Absolutely. Well, that's fantastic. Jumping back on the mat, can you give me a little bit of history of how you started wrestling? Did you start at the same time as Jack? And for those people who don't know, Jack is your twin. But actually, before we get to that, how often have you guys pulled because you guys are identical twins. How often have you pulled the twin joke on teachers or anything like that to kind of fool them about who was who? Yeah.
We strategically do it. We don't overplay it because we know, we use it in spots for sure. but it's funny. We are definitely identical. People still to this day struggle to get it right. So it's funny. We pulled it a little bit, but we've never really reaped the whole benefit of it. So
all right. So did you guys start at the same time, and when did you start and all that jazz?
So my dad wrestled for a small school, La Crosse, Wisconsin, and he wrestled in Iowa. So I grew up an Iowa fan. All my family lives in Iowa. My sister went to the University of Iowa.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I was kind of born into it, but I didn't start like super early. I probably started early. Like I started probably my kindergarten year, kind of around there, but I played football and baseball, so I was never really into it. And then around my probably third grade, Jack actually, I was pretty good at football, so I kept playing football because I could make the play down weight. And Jack actually took a year off from football and just went full wrestling. So he started a year ahead of me, and then I came into it full after that year. And then ever since then, we joined Caveman Wrestling, which Coach, I don't know if you ever met him, Mike Joyce. So our club at the time was Nick Bazakis, Vince Bazakis, Kai Owen, Jack Crook, Tom Crook, Braden Basil, and Mark Anthony McGowan. So
sounds like a bunch of slackers to me.
Yeah, like our club was like a lot of people don't know it, but our club was just incredible. So I grew up with all those guys wrestling a lot. And I was the worst at all of them, and even like you said, like this Florida class, Brendan Abden, Van Hokie, like incredible wrestlers. I was at the bottom of all those kids. So it's like cool for me to see where I've come, because like if you would have said, I said this to my dad all the time, if you would have looked at everybody coming in at high school, the last person you would think to win this award would be Tom Crook.
No, so, really?
I mean, I won one middle school and elementary school state title. I won one of them.
Okay.
I lost to either Abden, Van Hokie, or Jack, like every year.
So did that just motivate you more to kind of get to that level, or was there any points in time when you're like, oh man, maybe I should go back to football?
Yeah. I mean, I think my freshman, sophomore year, or especially my freshman year, it was like, I kind of had an attitude to me of like, I'm going to get this done, because like, basically Coach Joyce had told me like, middle school wrestling's over with. Like, you're going to go beat all these kids in high school. And that's kind of like my mindset was like, I wanted to hunt kids down and beat kids. Like, I never wanted to lose to a Florida kid again. Like, I don't think I lost to another Florida kid in high school. Cause like that was like, I wanted to make, like, I had lost so much that I was like,
you were motivated.
Yeah. Kind of like, I was highly motivated for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. So, couple more questions. Number one, what's a talent that you have off the mat that very few people know about?
That's tough. I think probably I'm not a terrible fisherman. I was actually fishing with Sergio Desciante, a kid on my team on Saturday or yesterday. Yeah. And he was like, Tom, you just have stupid luck with fishing. I don't call luck. I just, I think for some reason, I'm just, I always seem to catch some fish. So.
No, that's good. Yeah. I mean, you know what? If everything else goes awry, you know how to shovel manure and you know how to catch some fish. I think you're going to do okay, probably.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So last question. I mean, you're headed to Blacksburg, Virginia Tech, which I think is awesome. I mean, I love Virginia Tech. I love the class that's going in there. Coach Freyer, Coach Roby, that sort of thing. It's pretty obvious why somebody would pick Virginia Tech, but was it something special for you about why Virginia Tech was the right place for you?
Yeah. I mean, it was super hard. Like, Jack and I, like, it's cliche, but Jack and I are literally best friends. Like, we do everything together. Like, I don't go to the grocery store without Jack, kind of thing, like he is, he's my guy. So it was super hard. He actually got hurt and committed before me. So it was, picking between going to Harvard and Virginia Tech was super hard, but I think at the end of the day, I was always kind of a Hokie. Like my coach, Kevin Nordstrom now, you know, he went to Virginia Tech. His brother went to Virginia Tech. I've always just, you know, I've always felt like a Hokie kind of thing. The coaches there are just incredible. Like you said, the class that's coming into is just a great class, you know. And bottom line is I just feel at Virginia Tech, I can win a national title. I feel like that's the place that's going to get me there. And yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah. Is it going to be a little weird being not with Jack though? I
mean,
it'll be the first time in a long time.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. It's definitely, even like now, like we're doing like, you know, like I went up a couple weeks ago to Virginia Tech for a week and Jack wasn't there, you know, like it's just different, you know.
Yeah.
But it's good for us. You know, like at Jesuit, like I was saying, and even my coach Sal and Mason were saying, like it's a good thing. Like it's a growth opportunity, you know. Mm-hmm. It's a great opportunity for Jack and us to grow in different ways. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Tom Crook is the 2022 Dave Schultz Award winner for the state of Florida. He joins a fantastic group of athletes, Florida athletes, won it over some fantastic seniors within the state. Jack, or I almost said Jack, sorry about that. Tom, congratulations. Really just a fantastic career, man. I can't wait to watch you compete at Virginia Tech.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. You take care.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.